All right, I'm here with Robert Sheehan, David Casteneda, and Cameron Britton from the Umbrella Academy. Thanks for
Jazz hands, everyone. Jazz
Everyone's
hands.
happy to be here.
Baby step.
Back in Toronto, where you filmed.
Back in Toronto.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I've been back since we filmed.
Yeah, likewise.
So you toured all the way around, stopping here at the last place.
This is, well, it's the last for some. Cameron, you're heading off to South Africa, right?
Oh my.
Am I?
Yes, you are, mate.
I
You
am.
never got the memo.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
You're going tomorrow morning, first thing.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, this
Actually-
is exciting.
You're going there for 3
You
days.
should go now. Just leave.
Well,
See you
please
around.
wait. Well, give me like 5 minutes, and then you can go to South Africa.
Okay, I'll give you
I
5.
think Ellen's going to Australia early next week as well.
Well, you guys are going all over. It's because like, are you going where you're adopted from in the show, probably? Your character.
That would have been a good idea.
Sense.
I've got good ideas.
You should work for Netflix. Marketing.
Tell him.
I'll tell
Was
them.
Klaus adopted from Germany, I'm guessing?
I assume so, yeah.
Yeah.
Germany or Klaus. Yeah, Germany. Let's go with Germany.
Yeah.
Maybe Austria.
Yeah, Austria.
Those are good ones. All right, so this is an action show, obviously. Speaking of the action, did you guys do a lot of your own stunts? Do anything dangerous?
I did.
This
I
fella
did a
was,
lot of
he
very
was,
dangerous stuff.
he was
I know
a
you carried
danger
knives
to me.
around.
And they were
The
real.
ones.
They were real pieces of metal.
And he kept stealing cutlery at lunch, you know. He'd go in and steal
Also real
loads
ones?
of, loads of butter knives and any knives that were hanging around, he'd start nicking them.
I tell everyone to come over, I cook them dinner and stuff because I was a real, cutting board professional.
Yeah, I didn't have to do any sort of physical activities. It was great. It was fantastic.
I mean,
the less I did, the better.
I noticed Klaus's go-to is to just jump on people's backs
Yeah.
and just hang on tight.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very disorienting.
Hope for the best at that point. Just,
Yeah, it seemed like there was a lot of fetal positions with Klaus in the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
It's lovely being in the fetal position, isn't it? Just generally speaking. It's nice, you know.
Easy day on set.
Reminds you of when you were in the womb.
All right, so I do have a very specific question for Cameron. What is it like to fight Mary J. Blige?
It's pretty fun. I had to start taking it seriously because,
Could you take her?
month 1, she's like, Cameron, I've been training every day since 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, and then
She looked
month
badass
2,
in
she's
the
like
show.
showing me videos of her doing these kicks. Like, okay, I might need to start, stretching, maybe learning a punch or two. But when it came to episode 9, that was about as much fun as I had for the entire course of the show. Once Hazel and Cha-Cha, we have all of this build up, to that moment, and it felt like a payoff. We were swinging for the fences. Pretty fun. Yeah, and the stuntman jumped and did a great job. Whenever there was a backflip involved or anything, we'd step them in, of course.
What? You can't do backflip?
You got to pay me more. But
He's been modest. He's been very modest.
yeah.
He just doesn't want to show me his backflip.
Yeah. Come on, Cameron.
no, I can't show you my secret
the world.
tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do a head over heels for you.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a Valentine's Day card.
Head over heels.
Oh, like a cartwheel? Okay.
No, just,
You'll just fall?
Yeah. You'll just,
yeah, in a tumble.
Okay. So that's the physical stuff, but on the emotional side, I feel like Klaus and Diego kind of have the worst of all the kids throughout the show.
Yes.
You guys, is there like an emotional
Finally.
toll playing these guys? It seemed kind of
Yeah.
exhausting. Give me some? Yeah. Recognize that you guys were emotionally exhausted.
Yes, we were emotionally exhausted, I think. Yeah, definitely at times. I mean, it sort of peaks, You have to kind of build up to these things. I think the sort of the hallmark of a terrible performance is when someone is really emotional all the time. So you kind of have to kind of build the journey up to these very traumatic moments, and certainly when we had to deliver on those moments, well, speaking from my own experience, crikey, they were exhausting, and a lot of mine were like in public as well, which
Big
was
scenes.
annoying. Yeah, there's all these like random people just wandering by, going, "Oh, you're filming something."
Yeah.
You're there trying to bare your soul on the side of the street.
Why are you crying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to find like this. You have to find the peaks and and the valleys because I think it's like if you're just watching action the whole time, it doesn't really mean anything. It just kind of numbs you through watching the experience. But if you got to make those things count at the end of the day.
Yeah. So this is like a comedy and an action, but a lot of the scenes, they're funny, but you can't act like they're funny. Is that hard to find the balance scene by scene?
yeah.
It was hard.
One of our first scenes, Mary and I is strapping jumper cables to a guy's nipples, and you know, you gotta let the circumstance be funny and just trust
Try
that
to
that's
play it, yeah.
yeah, because
Just let the nipples do their work.
yeah, let the nipples do the talking.
Yeah.
And this particular actor had talking nipples, so it worked out quite well.
Yeah. Good call, Cameron.
Money walks, nipples talk.
Yeah, it was actually ultimately they had to fire his nipples, but they kept him on because
CG nipples?
his nipples were very unprofessional.
Yeah.
They kept
making
upstaging.
rude comments.
They're suing the show now.
Yeah, there's a whole court,
It's a
there's a
whole
whole
thing.
legal.
They'd
case.
say, "Are you
Felt
gonna
like
say
you-
that line like that?"
Yeah,
You know,
it's
so
like,
we had to.
shut up!
Twin nipples to Umbrella Academy.
You're always demeaning me. They were very unprofessional.
If you guys could have one of the powers from the Umbrella Academy kids, what power would you want?
Probably talking. Oh no, sorry.
No, not talking.
One of the powers.
Time travel, I'd
Umbrella
say. Just-
Academy.
You want to time travel?
Yeah.
You haven't learned a lesson from this show? That's not a good idea.
You
Yeah.
know what? I'd do it better than 5. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I'd probably go time travel, because you know sometimes I get the feeling like I'm from the olden days. Do you know what I mean? So I'd like to go back and put that to the test. Hello. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a bubble pipe? That's what people did back in the day, wasn't it? Smoke bubble pipes and stuff.
Yeah. Opium.
Opium. That's it. Sorry, not bubbles.
Yeah. Bubbles.
Heroin.
Heroin.
What power would you want?
All I can think about right now is talking
Just
nipples
talking-
and heroin. Being super buff never hurts. You know, that's pretty fun.
What would you take the big gorilla body?
I wouldn't, especially from the back. His back is so enormous.
Yeah.
I already feel, I mean, huge people, you know,
Yeah.
we have a phobia of being in the way in crowded rooms.
You know, it'd be oh, you're so sweet. You know, it'd be good. It would be if Klaus got to jump on Luther's back in the second season. I'd like that.
That's your dream?
Yeah. Because he got to jump on a couple of backs in the first season. you know.
Yeah.
It's becoming like my signature move.
So what do you think people should be most excited for with the show? Why should they watch it?
Probably, I would say Diego's tight pants and very macho
Yeah.
knife straps.
Sick.
It's very S&M.
Yeah, you should watch him, you know, flirt with girls. That's the, I think that's the seller, to be honest with you. That's the part that works.
He doesn't even have to do
I
anything.
don't have to do anything. But
I don't know, but for actual answer,
Yeah, we're trying to sell something, you know, like talking about my bloody pants.
I think that the show is unique, and it gives a unique look at something we feel like we've seen. I don't know if we've seen enough superheroes, but we've certainly seen a lot of them, and starting to feel like, you know, we've pretty much sussed out every corner of it. And Gerard Way and then Steve Blackman carried the baton from there. Just found a new way to look at this. You know, we were just talking about how it's sort of like seeing superheroes on their off day.
Yeah.
You know, what it's like to just kind of be a human with powers. Sometimes you use them for good, sometimes not so good. It's definitely kind of a more human and unique look at what it'd be like to have superpowers.